I missed my cue. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Outer Belt. I'm Patrick, and you all know my friends.
Chili.
Buttermilk.
Eric.
Zucchini bread.
And Jerry.
And it has been, you know, in the amount of time that we've been doing this pod, this show, this cast, this streaming service provided content, this commercially backed enterprise, I don't think we've ever had a break quite like we had between the last episode and this episode. It was something.
It was a break.
I thought we've done it before.
Have we?
I think we have.
We've done 2 episodes in one night before.
Stop it.
We have.
Well, we are not doing it now. Are we? Did we change clothes?
I did not.
You didn't change clothes?
I changed clothes.
Okay, we're not the same night. You didn't change clothes? That's...
Yeah, I'll deal with that later.
Oh.
Well,
I
sometimes...
didn't say I didn't wash them. So I washed my clothes, but they're still the same clothes.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why
You-
go through all that hassle? Just buy some, or not buy.
Buy
but-
just buy some
clothes.
clothes. Just buy some new
Buy
clothes.
some new clothes.
Just
Yeah,
go to
just buy 'em.
Kohl's.
Yeah.
Just go to Kohl's.
Oh.
What was it? I think it was an episode of Seinfeld, and Jerry was talking about how, like, he never wears underwear twice. He just buys brand new underwear or socks or something like that.
That's
I'm
funny.
like, that seems expensive.
Yeah.
Have you priced socks lately? I mean,
Underwear.
just good old-fashioned basic Hanes white socks are like $97 for a 4-pack.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
they've gotten expensive.
So expensive. Undershirts? Come
Crazy.
on. I quit
Crazy.
wearing them. They're
I
too
did too. I
expensive.
just couldn't afford it anymore.
Yeah.
I can
Huh.
barely wear overshirts.
Especially in wintertime.
Yeah. Jeez. Wintertime.
What's
Let me tell
called
you what. Let me tell you what.
I remember winter. Winter was so long ago, wasn't it?
It was. It's coming. It's coming. Winter. It's almost
It's
here.
coming back.
It's almost here.
It's almost
Yeah.
here again.
I tell you what, it was lovely today.
Gorgeous.
I mean, by lovely, I mean it was gross and wet,
This
But-
morning was, yeah.
but it was comfortable outside.
It was comfortable.
It's
yeah.
shaped up
It
to be
was.
66 and sunny out there.
Wow. I almost wore shorts over here today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry's giving a head nod for those.
I opened my sunroof.
Oh.
There you go.
That was
In the
nice.
Superman car?
There you go.
Yeah, it was comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought it was-
Eric opened his sunroof.
I thought it was humid today.
It was humid. I closed it because I was like, it's just I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird weather for February.
My sinuses did that like, oh, ultra high humidity squish thing. So I was like, that's not going to work. But I even got out and drove the Isuzu around today. That was fun.
Oh, nice.
You know, some
Yeah.
people go out and buy sports cars. I bought an Isuzu.
Did you have to jump it off?
I did, but barely. Do you know what I mean by that?
Mhm.
So, like, it's funny, too. I watched the video because I'm like, how do you jump off an Isuzu? So, I don't mean like an Isuzu Talon or Eagle or whatever. You know, the old, remember the old Isuzu,
Isuzu
car?
Trooper?
Isuzu Troopers
Yeah.
or Rodeo.
Right. Yeah.
This is the actual, like, 16-foot box truck, you know, the cab over.
Did you
that
call Joey Zuzu over?
I called Joe Isuzu over. He wasn't available, but he sent his brother Joe Camel.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool.
He's got nothing to do. He's got nothing at all to do these days.
No, well, him and Sally have been having some issues.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, because
bad.
Sally now has more humps than he does.
Mm,
So that's causing some tension.
that's too bad.
It is too bad.
Great couple.
They're a great couple. Great couple. Salt of the earth.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit of lungs, stuff, but
Yeah, but
yeah.
So the Isuzu.
So the Isuzu.
I'm like, where are we going with Joe Camel and his wife?
I don't know. I was trying to figure a way to put camel toe in there somehow, but it didn't.
Well, there you
it
go.
didn't- I couldn't figure it out.
Mission accomplished.
So I looked online, watched how to jump it off, and there's nothing special. You just go straight to the battery.
Okay.
But it did. The guy hooks his jumper cables up, and it's a little battery. It's the exact same battery jump start I have.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, that's cool. Literally the exact same one. And he's like, oh, 9 volts. Yep, she's definitely dead. And I hooked mine up, and it's like 11.7 volts. Because when I would go to turn it over, it would go like, just not quite fast enough to turn over.
It had enough though to go start the APU up, and
It would have.
APU would have started.
However, I don't have an APU on this thing.
Oh, why
Yeah.
not?
I have no sleeper.
Are you having one put on it?
No.
You should.
Why?
You should just So you'd have to,
APUs are
so
nothing
you
but
have to-
trouble.
So you don't have to walk 20 feet away and get the jump box and walk back 20 feet.
It wasn't
and
even
jump it
20 foot. It actually was in the back of the grain
it's
wagon.
right
here.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I jumped it off, and at first it wasn't jumping off, and I'm like, what is going on with this thing? And I went over to the jump box, and it's clackety clack, clickety 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 clack, and I'm like, oh, this isn't good. This usually means like a short or something, right? Then I'm like, it's a little bit of rust on the things. Let me just give them a good zhuzh.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went over there and, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, that's what it was.
Nice.
But I got a chance to drive that baby around. It's so unique. This is the one where like you sit directly over the steering
Directly over
and
the
your
steering.
legs are in front of it.
Yeah.
So if you get in a wreck, your legs will be crushed into the tire.
Yes, they will.
But it's a fun vehicle to drive.
You're like literally looking at the road.
You have
you're,
all
you're
the
on it.
you have all the
Flaps in
visibility,
front.
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, pulling out of the driveway. So I live on a 4-lane, pretty major highway.
Yeah.
And so people are going 55, 60 miles an hour right in front of my house all the time. So pulling out, like getting up right to like the edge of my driveway, my body is physically 2.5 feet away from a car going 65 miles an hour down the road. Yeah. It's a little exhilarating because normally I've got, a hood keeping me from having that. But it was great. And just remembering how to drive it. Could try to go put the cruise control on. Tried that 17 times before I figured out, you got to go to set, not resume.
The first time.
The first time. Then it works fine.
Yes.
But no, it was pretty cool. So I got that done. So that's now in its new parking space. But it just so pretty outside. But there's still so much snow.
Yeah. Especially if it
Everywhere.
got piled.
Yeah.
It's the piles that are hanging out.
It finally
Longer.
melted in our drive today where we pull out of the garage. So I was very thankful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 2 feet piles. When I was there the other day, there was still like 2 feet of snow.
Yeah, it finally melted today. So I can pull out without having to do like a 3-point.
Around the snow piles.
So,
Yeah, because if I
Nice.
usually I just back straight out and start turning, and now I'm with snow lined up like that because they line it up in between the garages. So I couldn't. I'd have to go at an angle and then like go this way and back up, and otherwise and
you have such a large vehicle.
yeah.
Do we still have snow in our front yard?
Don
We
didn't have that
scope
problem.
the
He
There's
just
front
went
yard.
forward, make a U-turn, and come back.
Like that much.
Oh, that
It
surprises
went
me.
a lot. Went away since yesterday even.
You know what was
when our neighbors used a snowblower on our yard,
Mhm.
everything got blown onto our side. The sidewalk was covered with a big pile of snow. And yesterday was the first time you could actually see the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to go out there and shovel the sidewalk with a bunch of ice on it at this point.
Why not?
Because they say I'm too old to shovel snow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, but it
It's a
melted
matter
away.
of like 2 feet splotch.
Nobody was walking our sidewalk anyway.
No.
It was going to melt before you
It's gone.
needed to shovel.
Gotcha.
Before the walkers got out there.
Power walkers, which is now they're out.
Or the kids riding their bikes.
Sure.
We
it's still
do
too
get a
cold for
couple of
them.
those.
I don't have sidewalks, and again, 60-mile-an-hour street, so we don't have anybody walking, and there's no sidewalks to shovel. But we had some very exciting trucks get stuck in our front yard.
Yeah.
That was thrilling.
Yeah.
We went across Eric and I today. We had to go to CubeSmart, our old location. It's been a while, and when we got over there, or before we got over there, we had to cross the river. So the Scioto River,
Mhm.
in between like Dublin, Hilliard, Upper Arlington. I guess that's about it, right?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Is a lake. It's dammed up, and it's a big lake. It's beautiful. It's I wanted to buy a house on that piece of property. I mean, on that river, but you can't find it. It doesn't exist without having too many commas in it. So we were driving and we had to cross the bridge, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And Eric was driving. He's like, what? And I'm like, it's all iced over still.
Yeah.
It is.
Still.
Yeah.
We've had multiple 60-degree days, and it's still iced over. I'm like, that's crazy to me.
No, I wouldn't go walking on it.
No, but we had
No, skating maybe.
three good weeks, 4 weeks of the single digit,
Yeah.
less than
Yeah.
digits.
Yeah.
The minuses
mean,
even.
But before that, we just had cold. I would say the teens.
Mhm.
So I'd say it's been frozen for at least a good month and a half.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
So I could see that taking its sweet time.
Even there's 2 retaining ponds by us at the new yard, and they're still frozen. They're smaller, and they're
Yeah.
still frozen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The church between us, our house and your house, their little pond is still frozen too.
Wow. Guess I need to look around more.
Melissa's heart is still frozen. I thought it would thaw out over the years, but it hasn't. It's still frozen.
Well, it's because she used the clear. It was frozen very slowly to get all the air bubbles out. So
Yeah.
it's pure.
It's pure.
It's
yeah.
pure. It's pure heart. Pure.
Right.
You are pure of heart. That's
Yeah.
correct.
You remind me of the joke that they have to defrost Mariah Carey every Christmas and they refreeze her at the beginning of every year.
That's funny. That's funny.
So my thing is, though, speaking of icy heart situation, Vince, you are the ice king. We all know you as the ice king. You make clear ice. You have this whole thing going on, right? We've talked about the clear ice before.
Mhm.
So if you're the ice king, does that make Melissa the ice queen?
Ooh. I like to utilize the ice. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of the ice, fun fact:
Fun fact.
Yes. Oh,
the ice that he did on the back patio when it was super cold
Outside.
yes.
outside,
Mhm.
when he transfers them to gallon bags, none of them stuck together,
Really?
which I thought was weird because when he does them in the fridge and he cracks them and breaks them and does whatever he does, and then he puts them in the gallon bags.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I would say it does 6 of them, and I would say at least 4 of them, that's in pairs too, always stick together.
Yes.
And you got to like either quickly run it underwater if you're both having a cocktail and you each get a cube, or you have to root around a little longer and find one that's a solo and you're not having cocktails
Or you
together.
just whack the whole bag on the counter.
That
Yeah,
too.
I've done that.
But I noticed though, and I made a comment to him the other night, I'm like, I find it pretty cool, fascinating, scientific, I don't know, that the ice you did outside, none of it has stuck together. Not even one.
That's interesting.
I know.
I wonder if it has to do with like how cold it was when it went in the bag that it never melted any. So like when you're doing
Oh,
when-
because it was super cold.
it was super cold. So when we're flying, the one thing I learned about, because you have to learn about ice, right? So I'm learning how to fly in the clouds. So if you're learning to fly in the clouds, you go ice is a concern, right?
Sure.
Right.
Cold temperatures, moisture, ice. Plane crash, everyone dies. It's not good. So there's de-icing stuff on the plane to get rid of the ice and even to prevent it. But there is a point where like icing's only a concern a certain range above the ground. Now that depends on atmospheric conditions what that range is. But in icing, once you get past a certain point, the concern is no longer there because it's too cold. The ice can't stick to your plane.
Ooh,
So I wonder if it's something similar to that of like
Could be.
yeah.
you took it outside, you put it in the bag and in the fridge or freezer in a short enough time period, it never warmed up to a
Yeah.
point where it could then stick.
Could
Yeah,
be
maybe.
It. Could be it.
Which even like Vince said though, he thought it was kind of unique that it was still water in part of the
Yeah.
non-usable where you're
Yeah.
not using it, the runoff. I don't know what you want to call it in your little.
Well,
I like the
ice cube
runoff.
I
tray.
wonder if the ice insulated it as well as the
Yeah.
cooler side.
Yeah,
What do you think about
it was,
a,
like it was a really cool science experiment.
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
glad
think,
that he did it.
think about a river. The top of the river or the lake is frozen, but
Yeah,
the bottom
bottom's
doesn't
not.
freeze because you do get that insulative. I saw was it in Florida and California when it's having hard freeze, they will intentionally spray oranges down with water to put a layer of ice around them to insulate them from dying.
Huh.
Yeah. So there's
The more you
okay.
know.
The more you know.
Did you just do the rainbow? I love it.
it. The
Nice
star
job.
with the
Tail.
Yeah.
tail. Oh, we're all children of the 80s. Well,
I was G.I. Joe when I was growing up.
G.I. Joe with Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett.
No, the cartoon.
That was not Jada Pinkett, by the way. Oh,
Oh.
G.I. Joe or G.I. Jane? G.I. Jane was Demi Moore.
True. Well, what's
It was
Yeah.
Demi Moore.
I'm so
Yeah.
confused. Y'all,
was-
But G.I. Joe was knowing is half the battle.
Yes.
That was way before more you know.
So I'm more Go-Go Power Rangers.
Oh, you
It's
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Were you that?
It's Morphin
We
Time.
just watched that the other day.
The movie.
The original?
The original, because
Oh my god.
The original movie or the cartoon?
the original movie.
It's
because
unwatchable. You liked it?
I love it because it was
It's a
one of my
great
favorites as a
movie.
kid, and Don never seen it, and so I forced him to watch it the other day, and I'd laugh the whole
Don.
time because he was just literally sitting there, just shaking his head and rolling his eyes.
Right? They're so cheesy when you go
Yes.
back and watch them.
Oh my gosh, I loved it as a kid. That one, and they made a second one too,
They
right?
did.
So there's two of
With
them.
April.
3.
Yeah,
or-
there's
And her
was it
food
three?
truck or whatever
Yeah.
she had.
No,
Yeah.
I loved them. I thought they were great. I have since gone back and tried to rewatch it, and I'm like, I can't watch this. Like, I was listening to someone one time. They were talking about how sometimes the memory of the movie is what you need to hold on to, and not the actual movie. That's one of them. I just needed to, like, oh yeah, it's a great classic movie, and never see it again.
When you're sitting there watching it, and your significant other turns around and looks at you because you're mouthing the words to the
Right?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, I got yelled at for that. I got yelled at for that.
I felt that way
Yes.
when we did
Jurassic
Maximum Overdrive.
Oh,
I had talked it up, and it was a great movie, and watched it, and I may or may not have fallen asleep on it, and Vince ended up watching all of
I
it.
was forced to watch it.
Just so we,
I love that you're the one that
Could
fell
help.
asleep on that one.
Yeah, right.
it was lame. It was
Yeah,
cheesy, beyond cheesy, and I'm
Right.
like, oh, but during its when it came out, it was like scary, and all the machines are coming to life, and the big green tractor, and my gosh, it was just really cool. But now it's like,
Can I tell you a movie I just watched that I'm gonna say I think is great? I think
did
great.
you do Lonesome Dove all
Maybe
6 hours?
I have not yet. Not yet, but I'm working on it. By that I mean eventually. The if it's not great, whatever the one like fraction of a step down from great is, that's what this movie is.
And
Renfield.
can you push the cricket button, please?
That
you're
is.
alone on
Wait,
that one.
wait.
Have you heard of it?
No,
Have you heard of it, Jerry?
Mm-mm.
Have you heard of it, Heather?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so imagine
you're
this.
lucky. You got one.
Imagine this. You've got the guy from X-Men. What's his name?
Which one?
The main professor, Xavier.
Oh, the guy that played Picard?
No,
No.
the other one. Younger,
Are you
younger,
sure?
younger Professor X.
I've never watched it.
It was, Holt, James Holt. He's
Nicholas
British.
Holt?
Nicholas Holt,
Nicholas Cage. Oh, Nicholas Holt.
And
Nicholas Cage.
Nicholas Cage,
Aquafina.
and Aquafina. So Nicholas Cage is Dracula,
Hmm.
and Nicholas Holt is his familiar.
Oh, yeah.
And he's having like an existential crisis, and he's wanting to be his own person. And of course, you can imagine Dracula's not having it. And Nicolas Cage is Dracula. Nicolas Cage is, the most ridiculous person in the world playing Dracula.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah,
says horror
it's got it. It's
action.
horror action comedy,
Gory.
gory.
Points.
Oh,
It does say dark comedy.
yeah, there's one point where he uses a serving platter to chop off a guy's arms,
Okay.
as one does.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But it takes place in New Orleans, so of course, that meant a lot to me.
Sure.
One of Mom's.
So was this a go-to movie for you back in the day?
No, I
This
just
is
saw
a
it for the
new
first
movie,
time ever.
2023.
Is it
Oh.
2023?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Oh.
realize it was that new.
Yeah.
We just watched it. I thought it was great.
I've not seen it.
I thought it was awesome. If you do not like blood, do not watch this movie. It is gory as all get out, but it's hysterical. And it's
funny gory.
It's ridiculous. It's over the top ridiculous. And so it took place they filmed it in New Orleans, takes place in New Orleans. One of my mom's favorite restaurants when we would go to New Orleans was Mulat's. And there's a huge scene that's filmed in that restaurant.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And
You're like, I've sat in that booth right there before.
I literally had to get pictures and show Eric because he's like, I don't remember being there. And I'm like, before the Elton John concert, we were sitting right here. It was like, no, it was that was a lot of fun watching it. Eric was talking about as we're watching it too. He's like, all these little locations around the city. He's like, I know all these places. He's like, don't you know this hotel? And I'm like, No, it's a seedy hotel for a horror movie. There's 1,000 of them. Like, I don't know what hotel this is, but there's 1,000 of them in New Orleans, so I'm
Right.
sure it's one of them.
Apparently, Eric recognized it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
oh, that'd be funny if it's the Jimmy Swaggart Hotel.
Oh, that's funny.
But it's absolutely ridiculous. It was on Peacock, so if you have Peacock, it was a hoot. It was a short movie too. I want to say hour and a half. It wasn't long.
Oh, in and out.
In and out. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of laughter. It is ridiculous. It's almost Dumb and Dumber-esque type stupidity,
Oh,
which I love. So,
wasn't like shock and scary though, because when you put the word horror in there, like
Yes.
I don't want someone to pop out from behind the closet and scare me on the screen,
I agree. I'm not a horror person. You can ask Eric. Like he was.
because that makes my adrenaline go wonky,
Yeah.
and I can't.
I don't like
Right.
it. I tell people I have enough stress in my
I don't need
life.
extra.
I don't need a gram more.
So it wasn't
This-
like that.
No, I mean, Eric, from like the opening scene, they make it pretty obvious what you're about to watch, right?
Yeah, it's more
Okay.
comedy.
All right.
It's more comedy.
That's probably just horror for the blood part
yes.
because it's
Okay.
gory.
I wouldn't even
Can't
call
be
it
any
horror.
worse
It's gory.
than John Wick, can it?
It's more comical.
More comical than
It's
John Wick.
ridiculous. John Wick
but
didn't
not
have
any
this.
more gory than John Wick.
I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly confident the first main scene has more blood and gore in it than the entirety of all the John Wick movies.
Wow.
Yeah, it
All
was great.
Good to know. All right, everybody. Report back on Renfield, and if you watched it.
I will say this: someone's arms get removed.
You said that on a platter.
This is different.
Oh, another time.
Another time, and then they use the two arms to that are thrown and they impale two other people. So
With the arms?
with the arms,
They become weapons.
All right,
They are-
don't give much more away about this movie. People are going to want to watch it.
it's, or not watch it, or not want to watch it. It's
Maybe they'll just watch the trailer of it and they'll be like, I'm good.
don't watch the trailer. The trailer gives away the whole movie.
See?
Don't
Oh, you can
the
watch
trailer.
it.
When the
Don't watch
best
the
parts
trailer.
are in the trailer, you know that's not great.
It's not necessarily the best parts. It's just I don't know. It's a fun ride.
We watched something the other day and it was all of, like, we watched a season of something and then season 2 came out and we were so excited to go watch it. And of course, they do the recap. And I'm like, oh, it's been a little while. Let's watch the
Yes.
recap. They did the recap, and I'm like, well, shoot, we could have just watched the recap, not all 8 hours of a season. And I would have been good. I would have got the gist of things, and we could have just jumped into season 2. Like, they gave the trailer of recap was so long.
I feel like they used to have to do that because back when it was network TV, a
Mm.
rerun wouldn't necessarily happen for years.
Sure.
So I get why they had to do that. I don't know why they do it now. I mean, I appreciate it because there are times,
Well,
especially
if
with.
you're watching a Taylor Sheridan
I was
flick,
just about to say
you know,
a Yellowstone.
4 years between.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Episodes. I definitely need a recap.
And you're like Kevin Costner's in this? What? Like you're like, I don't even remember him being a character.
Yeah.
You ever see that? So Disney's by far the worst offender. Do you agree, Jerry? So Disney will intertwine not just seasons, but series.
Is that a word?
Series.
Everybody's phone's lighting up.
So, hey, series. So, I watched The Mandalorian and some of the other Star Wars movies. Not movies, television shows. Series. And there were references in TV shows to other TV shows.
Interesting.
Mhm.
So if you didn't watch, like if you're in the middle of Andor, but you didn't watch season 3 of The Mandalorian, you don't know what's going on.
Mm,
And I'm like, why are they doing this?
right.
This is crazy.
Well, network TVs have done crossovers before. Well, they'll do like somebody from this show will go and like
Yeah,
Yeah,
A
like
lot
on
of the
this show,
NCISs
and then-
and CSs have.
yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
watch the other show
Didn't
to see the other half.
Frasier and Cheers? Well,
They
they
did.
they were
Moved
off each
over.
other, but yeah.
We've watched like NCIS Origins and then NCIS, well, the OG NCIS, and they did a crossover recently of the one, but the storyline. So Origins is goes way back into the 70s, babe.
The origin.
What year?
70s,
80s.
80s. I don't know.
So back when Gibbs was young, a newbie, probie. But they started working a case, but the case never got solved. And then it went into today's time, which is the new NCIS. So you had to watch one to watch the other to gather the story. So they do that kind of
Is
thing.
NCIS the one that has Butterfingers?
Nope.
No,
He's no
yes,
longer.
it was. That was NCIS New Orleans,
Okay.
but that show is no longer on the air.
That was with Scott Bakula.
And that
I-
they
I
took
so
Triple
missed
P.
that.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and they
Triple
took that production crew.
Yep.
And they made Renfield.
One of the ladies off that is now on Mayor of Kingstown. But anyway,
I haven't called up to Mary Kingstown
that's
yet.
all right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Taylor, he's got 2 coming out in March. Are you prepared? You have to get through Landman and Mayor.
How am I supposed to get through Landman and we just started a new series?
No comment.
And he still has to get through Lonesome Dove. So
Hey, Lonesome Dove. I think
I
I'm,
need you to
I
get
think
up to par
I think
with
I've booked through May.
Okay,
actually.
Lonesome Dove after Landman. You've waited this long for Lonesome Dove?
Is Lonesome Dove even that good?
It is. It's good.
if you like that kind of thing.
I don't.
Well, then don't watch it.
What kind of thing is it?
It's a
I know
Western.
nothing about it. Oh, I hate
Vince, have you
Westerns.
watched it?
Nope.
I
You
don't
like
care for
Westerns, so.
Westerns.
Okay.
He likes spaghetti westerns. This is more of a penne western.
I'm actually more of a fan of lasagna.
Oh, I was
Oh,
just gonna say.
you like it layered?
I do.
So
Calzone.
I like the kind of westerns that have Dodge Ram pickup trucks, helicopters, and ATVs. That's
Right.
more my
that's
type
Marshall's coming out in March.
of Marshalls,
Yeah. with-
like U.S.
with-
Marshals with Tommy Lee
Casey-
Jones,
With Casey,
Masterpiece.
the youngest of the.
Casey.
Dutton family.
Yes.
Yep, comes out March.
Well, we'll be watching that.
No, you won't. You have to watch Landman first. I'm sharing with
No,
you
you
the
don't.
order that you need to watch.
Are they going to reference
I
Landman?
don't.
And
They might.
They might. You never know. That would. He's got such a wide swath of shows. He could
actors-
start. He could
His
start.
actors
all of
act
a
in all
sudden-
of the shows.
Or just wait
Yeah.
another year and then you can binge all of it. at
I
one
was going to
time.
say all of
Oh
us.
my goodness!
All of a sudden.
This has gone spaghetti western right.
All of a sudden in Tulsa, you see. What's his
Sylvester
name?
Stallone?
No, the other one.
we haven't seen so.
Kevin Costner?
No, the other one.
No, the guy.
Samuel L.
Oh, it is
Jackson.
Kevin Costner, isn't it?
Well, he's
Talking
dead.
about
They
Yellowstone.
No,
killed him.
that's what I'm saying. All of a sudden,
All of
spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
If you've not watched Yellowstone,
If you're not caught up, but all of a sudden you see
Sorry.
Kevin Costner walk through Tulsa King, and it's like, wait a second. And he's like, shh, don't tell anyone. How great would that be?
That would
How
be-
great would
He
that
faked
be?
it. He's actually alive still.
Yes.
Well, he could be dead and be a different character and
Listen,
That's
one
the
thing
way
they
you shared
it
no,
does
I'd say
things.
don't make it a different
That's all.
character. Same character. Same, or make him a cattle rancher, landman from Montana.
Yeah.
Different name, and then everyone's like,
Mhm.
I wonder.
yeah.
you got to watch Landman.
Witness
Well,
protection
speaking of
program.
land, your U.S. manufacturing pipeline grows. Firms plan $1 billion in new factories.
Yes.
Now, it just sounds like land. To me, land, a pipeline. It's got to go somewhere across land.
Well, so it's not literally a pipeline.
Oh.
It's a metaphorical pipeline.
Oh,
A
I
theor-
misread it wrong.
Yes, they're not actually laying a pipe.
Got it.
Although that would be cool. Again, I don't understand why we can't lay we have so much pipe running across this country. We pump gas and oil and all this stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
Why do we not have a pipeline going from Oregon,
Mhm.
where y'all have more water than you know what to do with,
Yeah.
down to California, who ain't got none?
I don't know.
At some
Oregon's hurting right now, though.
point, just your section.
They did get snow yesterday.
They did?
Yeah.
First time this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had, no kidding, we had your family in town recently, and they're all from Oregon, off the trail. And it's a very mountainous ski resort kind of place. It's really nice, great wine, all the stuff. And they left there, and it was like 72 degrees.
Yep.
And they came to Ohio, and it was 10.
It was cold.
And they were like, holy cow. And it was like white out snow here, and they're like, we haven't had snow yet. And by now, or by then, they should have had feet of snow.
They got it last night.
Is it feet or just inches?
I don't know. I didn't do my research.
Mountains or valley?
Valley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of snow.
Yep.
Okay. Well, good.
But back to our pipeline.
So, yes. So, they, I sent this article to y'all because they're talking about how it's from FreightWaves, and they're talking about the facilities and factories that are starting to open up over the next couple of years. So, we talked about this probably a year ago when the tariffs and everything started coming out of how what are these manufacturers going to do? That was the big question, right? Because you had some manufacturers who said we're going to get hit with tariffs, but we're not changing anything we're going to do. We're going to raise our prices to our consumers, or we're going to eat it, or a mixture of both, right? But we're not going to do anything. We had other companies saying, all right, well, you want us to build in America, and you're going to penalize us so hard that it makes sense to. We're going to start doing that. The problem with that is it just takes so long to do, right? It's not something you just overnight be like, all right, well, we're going to start building Kias in Alabama.
Right.
That takes years to happen. So we're a year into it now, and it's just a kind of an update of like what's happening. And so they kind of talk about these companies that are building these large-scale plants to move production back to America or just expanding what they're already doing in America.
Well, it's also foreign companies that are actually building factories in America as well.
It is. You're absolutely correct.
There's a Japanese company. There's an Italian company. There's a few different.
There's that Spanish company, Deere.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about John Deere? Vince and I ran a load for them, I think, before. But and I thought their facility was rather grand at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was maybe even in North Carolina. Like, do you do just more there, or are you adding additions on to your current?
This says in
Like-
Indiana that they're going to start, and North Carolina.
Yeah.
So
But
Yeah. So I mean, they tell you here, Indiana's they're opening a distribution center, and in North Carolina, it's going to be production of their next generation excavators that were previously manufactured in Japan. So it looks like they're bringing a different type of machine to North Carolina to build here in the United States versus having it built in Japan.
Absolutely.
see.
And it makes sense. If you look at these companies like John Deere, well, I made a joke about it being Spanish, but like they're John Deere Green, like
Yeah.
they're just
Sure.
they're a tried and
Sure.
true American company, yada, yada, yada. Well, if you really look at them, they're a multinational, gigantic behemoth of a company,
Sure.
right? Like they make diesel engines for ships. That's not even under the John Deere brand.
Right.
Like they're massive. So
And if you think about it also, they're not just building equipment for the U.S. market.
correct.
They're building equipment for
The world.
the world.
Yeah.
They're so they might still produce, these excavators in Japan that aren't coming to the United States, but they're going elsewhere in the world.
Mhm.
And because it makes sense logistically to ship from Japan to South Korea versus
America.
North Carolina to South Korea. But Deere is also this is part of their broader commitment to invest $20 billion in U.S. manufacturing over the next decade.
Yeah.
So they're committing a lot of money. Now, I'm sorry I'm a little jaded. We'll see if it actually happens. Because we have seen a lot of different plants that are announced, and they have these big press events, and people get their pictures all over the place, and they don't come to fruition.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You're correct. That's why I am anxious to see what happens with all this. I'm encouraged by it
Sure.
because it is nice to see these things happen.
Certainly.
I see something like this where we're taking a production that was originally done in Japan and bringing it here to America. My guess is that John Deere saw a company in Japan that was making an excavator that was superior and just bought the company.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, then if you've bought the company and you're making them there in Japan, just ship them to America. It's just easy, right? And then now that they've got all these other pressures, political or economy driven or what have you, or maybe even just quantity. Maybe they're like, hey, you know what? The world or the U.S. market, or I'm not even saying the U.S. market, I'm going to say the Americas market, right? Because stuff that's made in America is shipped to Latin America and
Sure.
South America as well.
Sure.
So
or Canada.
absolutely, yep. You throw an excavator on a train and ship it all the way to Buenos Aires if you wanted. So they may have a product that like, hey, this is selling so well. Having a line here in America makes sense.
Yeah.
Airbus did that. So Airbus, similar deal with A320s and the A220s of they got hit with tariffs to bring the airplane to America. So they built a line in Mobile, and they started making them in America, and they don't get hit with those tariffs. And this was years ago. This is not like a new thing. And that was so successful, and they see so much value out of it, they actually built a second line right next to it.
Wow.
And so basically, if you are in the Americas, so we're talking, Chile, Buenos Aires, all the way to Canada, and you buy an Airbus, you're probably getting one made in America. They're probably not selling you one made in Europe.
In the USA.
In the USA. Correct. You're probably not getting one that's made in Toulouse, France. So I could certainly see John Deere, especially with the housing crisis and with really, I mean, if we look at Latin America and we look at South America growing, developing very fast countries, I could certainly see them having a case where not only is it good for the U.S. people, but it's good for business to make that stuff here.
Sure. I like that it's going to be 300 jobs between Indiana and North Carolina.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
And it is interesting. You think about like they're going to be building excavators and it provides 150 jobs. Doesn't seem like a lot, right? But
that's what I was just thinking. I'm like 150 people for a plant, 200 for another one.
Yes. But it's automation. Automation is taking over so much. And if they're building a brand new plant, it's going to have the maximum level of automation you can get, right? They're not building a plant that would rival Pontiac 1964.
What were the other companies? Just you mentioned overseas were coming in.
Yeah, well, that was one from Japan. You've also got a company out of Washington that does radars. They're doing $40 million out of Washington. That's aerospace. That makes sense. Boeing is there, and they do all kinds of stuff.
There's a Japanese plastics manufacturer building a plant in San Antonio. But when I read through this, they actually build or produce plastic injection molding pellets.
Oh, cool.
That's what the company does.
Yeah.
Melissa and I had a delivery one time of plastic injection molding pellets that went into another plant in San Antonio.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy to think about, like, we know what injection molding is. I don't know if you don't. They heat plastic up and they shoot it into a mold and boom, you've got your plastic
kind
part.
of 3D,
cools down
3D molding kind of sort of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but the plastic pellets have to be made.
They'll be made somewhere.
There's another one. I saw Pressable USA. I think is how it is.
Precision?
Pressable. I don't know how to say
Pressable USA.
Pressable.
I see. I was like,
They manufacture precision balls.
Is that the same thing?
No, these are little round metal balls made for like ball bearings and pumps and valves and those kind of things. And it's like, you think about it, these things, they got to be perfect.
They make the world go round.
They make the world go round. You think about like ball bearings on a car or something. You've got thousands of pounds of pressure being put on that one ball at the bottom, or at the top, rather.
Yeah.
Every time the wheel spins around, like these things have to be perfect. And so they're building one in Georgia for that. Rockwell Automation's building a factory in Wisconsin, factory of the future. I don't like seeing the factory of the future. That does make me nervous because what's the factory of the future? More automation.
Sure.
Build more things, less people.
but
But
they don't say in there it's how many people they're planning to employ at all, do they?
no. SCL Labs. So they're building an electric device manufacturing facility in Moscow. And when I first saw that, I'm like, how does that affect us?
Exactly. What,
And then I realized, no, that's Idaho.
Yeah.
Zucchini Bread, tell us about Moscow. You're our resident Idaho expert.
No,
No,
I'm not from Idaho.
I thought you were.
Close. It's an I, but not.
Begins with an I and it ends with a A.
Oh, you're Iowa.
And
Oh.
Yeah.
I was confused. Sorry. Oh, these are the potato people.
Kayla's Idaho.
Oh, she is Idaho.
She
Can
is
we get her on the
Idaho.
phone?
Yeah.
Can we get her on the phone?
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring. Can you talk about SEL Invest?
Yeah. But that's going to be 1,000 people. Like that's,
Yeah.
big.
That's a
big,
lot.
Big plant. Yeah, absolutely. So that's
What are they making?
electronics. They don't really get in real specific of what it is.
but not till 2027. So
That's
they're looking for
only-
jobs
that's
start
only
moving
That's
to
a year
like
Idaho.
a year from now.
That's not even.
I know.
But
Not
if you
even
think
a
about,
year.
if you think
10
about,
months.
though, yes, the factory once they're up and running, 150 workers. What about the construction workers, the
Right.
engineers?
Construction's going to go
Yeah.
through the roof.
The property taxes are being paid.
The
to
supporting
locals.
companies.
There's a lot of support there.
So if
Your restaurants that are feeding those
absolutely,
Sure.
workers that are
Your
coming
community.
in to build
Yeah.
it.
Just-
Hotels.
again, so you build
You're
a factory.
boosting the economy.
Yeah, and you build a company that's going to have 150 people. Well, there's plumbers and electricians
Mhm.
that have to support that company
Sure.
that are not going to be on staff.
Right.
So those companies have to
Landscape.
hire more people. The landscapers have to be there.
Sure.
Your if you're doing injection molding with plastics, your plastics recycling people have to be, because a lot of stuff is not new material. A lot of it nowadays is recycled material,
Sure.
right? So
And
there
think
are.
about- go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, there are other okay. So Marysville has the Honda plant, right?
Yeah.
We go up there, huge Honda plant. If you haven't been there, it's massive,
Massive.
and it's like legit. They have the Honda motorcycle plant. They have the Honda off-road vehicle plant. They have, I think they build like Accords. They build MDXs and all that stuff, or not MDXs, pilots and such. Is your car made there?
It is. I was going to say, whenever I bought it, it had the proudly built in Columbus, Ohio.
Aw,
Yeah.
I love it.
So I mean that, but they also have Acura's motorsport division, which builds the Acura NSX.
Okay.
And we're talking about a hand-built car.
Yeah.
Like everything on it is hand-built. So it's massive, but you can't really see it. It's hidden behind a grassy berm.
Oh yeah.
You can't
What-
see it off the highway, no, but it's
what
out there.
What do you see? You see 100 businesses that support that factory.
Yeah.
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 You see tons of warehousing. You see tons of parts manufacturers. You see all these things to support that one location. So Honda says we've got however many thousand employees, but what you don't see is the other thousands of employees that support that plant.
Including the truck drivers that are delivering parts and picking up
Absolutely.
parts and taking that stuff
Yep.
elsewhere. Melissa and I
One.
had a load
In 3 years
that went to Honda
we did.
Oh,
from Calexico.
I think it was.
Um,
But they were waiting on us.
they were waiting on us. I mean, we
Yeah.
got
Ooh.
and they actually had Honda employees at the distribution center. It wasn't a Honda facility.
oh yeah.
But it was so hot that they were there to inspect it, and they're wearing their white Honda
Yeah.
employees in the factory were all white.
Yeah.
All white.
That's hard. That's how it is at Pat Car. If you ever
And
go
they
to
told
Pat
us they told us that this has to be there no later than X time on whatever day. And Melissa and I are like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
And we got it there, I don't know, a day early.
Yeah.
But they were literally waiting for this. When we got there, it was like, oh yeah, you need to go to door or whatever. It wasn't go here, check in here, and they'll tell you where to go while you wait. No, the security guard was like, oh yes, you go to door whatever right now. They'll get you a load. I'll call them. So when these places are huge.
They are.
So as we get
200
to
doors
the
to unload
building,
on?
yeah,
Yeah.
we get to the building, and I'm going to back in. The doors are open. They're waiting for me to back in to take this stuff off our truck to go straight to the line. So,
Well-
but again, you have all these different businesses, like you said,
Yeah.
and where this comes back to us is truck drivers are delivering
Absolutely.
parts and materials to the plant, and then taking finished goods out to the end customer, the end user.
Especially
But
on
do
the
you-
manufacturing side.
Sure.
Yeah.
Especially the
Yeah.
manufacturing
But do you
side.
think you're saying those people on the other side, and I got to tell you, until this moment right here in time, I didn't really think about how those kind of companies really impact a community. But you're talking housing. You're talking about that realtor selling the housing. Somebody's coming to here because maybe a relative works for them already and now they're coming. So now you're buying a house, or you're buying your cars from a local out there in Marysville, or, you're supporting all that local, not deep into Columbus. Marysville's a good 20 miles away from us.
Sure.
They've got their own community. And then that just, I don't know. I think that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
That these kind of companies in this article are going to be bringing that into their community. And it starts well before the plant's even made. Like everybody was talking about, the hotels that are stayed and who's building it, and the electricians and plumbers and
Absolutely.
that.
And I know, just like Eric and I, when we were driving, we brought shelving to brand new Dollar Generals. We brought, things to construction sites, doors. I remember going to a school that was being built. We brought doors.
Yep.
Like, that kind of stuff propels America, and it propels trucking, and that's what we do as trucking. So, that's what we care probably most about. But and then once they get the final product, that then has to be shipped.
Sure.
Right? And you're right. A lot of these companies, even though they're building assembly plants, manufacturing facilities here in America, they're still using international parts.
Certainly.
And a lot of that stuff's coming across the border
Yep.
in California. Not California. California or
Texas,
Arizona.
Yeah.
That's that Mexico border. We still do a lot of hauling out of those places.
Yeah.
Laredo's probably
Sure.
one of our top 5 locations we go to. And that's
all
bringing
cross-bordering cities.
absolutely, and it's bringing those parts and pieces into our country so that we can then manufacture the final product. So it's encouraging. It's exciting to see that this is actually happening. And our fears of, well, they're just going to wait out the administration. Again, some companies are absolutely doing that, but by and large, there's a lot of them that are not. There's a lot of them that are actually bringing their investments back into the country.
This is just a fraction of probably who's doing whatever,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
I mean, they maybe pick the top 10, 8, however many we
And
talked
this is
about.
what's happening soon. So, like, I know Isuzu's building a big. Talking about Isuzu, they're building a big factory here in America, but it's not going to come online until 2028. So the article's not really focused on that.
Sure.
So you do have quite a bit of that stuff that's happening as well. There's like Ford and GM and Chrysler have all made commitments to build more in America than they do across the border into Canada and Mexico. So yeah, it's certainly interesting to see what's happening.
We joke about 2027. It sounds like such a far number away, but I'm sure all of you can relate that months and days and years just tick by quickly. I mean, we're almost halfway through February, which is almost what, Q3?
Yeah.
Way
Or
past
Q1?
Q1, yeah.
We are
Q1?
halfway through
We are
February.
over
So I mean,
halfway
we're
through.
almost done with Q1.
Well, and when y'all listen to this, it'll be March.
There
Right.
you go.
So like 2027 really isn't that far away. So
No, 2025 went by in a flash.
well, it's life.
Yep. Well, I mean, we talked about that. I think I'm trying to remember because it was a couple weeks ago we talked about it, but I think on the last episode we talked about how like COVID, I keep saying, was a couple of years ago.
Many more.
And it was a
But
handful
COVID's
plus.
five and a half
yeah.
years ago now. It's COVID-19. It actually, I remember it actually happened in 2019 is when we started seeing the news about it. It didn't really hit America until February of 2020. Well, that's at this point 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know the shutdown lasted for quite a bit longer than that, but
I know for us it was a Friday the 13th that they told us do not come to work. We're closed down. It was like, oh, what a great day.
I know.
Ours,
I remember people being
ours
like,
was the weekend after we played in Mardi Gras.
yeah.
For Mardi Gras.
Yes. Yeah, because we were
Yeah.
we were in Buenos Aires, not Buenos Aires. We were in Rio de
Brazil,
Janeiro
yeah.
for Carnival, and we did
Yep.
the whole big, huge Carnival thing. Oh, you were there for that, weren't you? Yeah.
Yep. We did
It
the whole
was-
big Mardi Gras thing.
Yeah.
And like the next weekend it was
Stay
Don't
away
go
from people.
anywhere.
Yeah.
stay away from people. And we're
Right,
like,
right.
too late.
Yep. I remember that. I
They
remember.
were all in my pod. It's okay.
I know, right? It was for me. It was like sitting on the beach in Uruguay. Uruguay's beautiful. It really is. So we're sitting on the beach in Uruguay with Jerry and Don and Eric and everybody, and just talking about. Oh wow! So this COVID-19 thing. No, it's coronavirus. I think we're calling it corona. I don't know what we're calling it back then.
It was both.
It was both.
Yeah.
It just went through. They just had a case of it go through Hartselle-Jackson, which is the airport we were flying into. And the thought of like, that's interesting.
It was like
All
no
right.
big deal.
And then we
at
just
that
moved
time,
right along, right? Like,
California, please.
So by the time you left, did you have to take different protocol to come back in?
no, we got back in. We got back in the country.
Still wasn't quite hit yet. Was
Probably like 2 or 3 days later.
It was right at the
Yes.
Before they started doing
Yeah.
things wonky.
Oh yeah. I mean, like
wonky.
we
Extra
barely got
precautions.
back into the country.
Got it. Wow.
As a matter of fact, so the way we did that trip was on a cruise, and the very next cruise was going down the Horn of South America, and then over to Chile, and then up to Lima, or I think maybe Lima. And we actually joked about like, it's a 2-week cruise. Let's just take 2 more weeks and do this, right? And we didn't, but we joked about it. That cruise didn't get off at any port at all.
Oh yeah.
And they sailed all the way up to San Diego and got unloaded in San Diego. And the passengers on that cruise were on the ship for like 3.5 weeks, and the crew was on that ship for months before they were able to get them off the ship.
Wow.
We barely missed it.
They probably were the healthiest people, though.
Of course they were.
They weren't.
They
They
didn't
weren't
have it yet.
around anybody.
I know. That's like, flying back. We had no concerns because we were all fine. This was China's issue. I mean, literally, it wasn't hardly into America at all yet. So
That makes sense. I'm excited about your pipeline. That isn't a pipeline.
a pipeline of manufacturing. Yes. Yeah, I am too. I can't wait to see more of this happen. I am curious, a couple years ago, I remember we talked about outside of Monterey, they were building this humongous region of manufacturing, and it was mostly Chinese companies that were building and start bringing stuff into America that way. I'm really curious. I don't hear anybody talking about it anymore. And my question, my curiosity is it because it's considered Mexican manufacturing and so they don't care? Or have the Chinese companies stop their investment into that region? I'm very curious. It'd be something. It's something I really want to find some information on. I just don't even know where to look for that, because it was hot topic for a couple years, and then all of a sudden it has been Have you heard anything about it in forever?
Nothing at all. No.
Ask AI.
Ask AI.
ChatGPT.
No,
ChatGPT.
not GBT.
ChatGPT ends up
Hey,
referencing our
Google.
episode on it from
Right.
2023.
That would be
I hate
funny.
I don't. So I don't know how much y'all use ChatGPT, but have y'all had this happen yet, where you do a little research and you're like, you read a couple articles and you're like, well, that's not really helping me. You go to ChatGPT and then it references the articles you've already read.
Yes.
I've had that happen a couple times now, and I'm like, no, that's frustrating. You're supposed to dig deeper, but it doesn't. The other thing I was noticing was it came across my feed the other day. I thought it was funny because I already thought it was what it was, but it wasn't.
Oh.
Chicago has stolen the crown for the worst freight bottleneck.
No bleep. Really?
I know.
Chicago?
I thought it already was. It's the 294 I-294 at the 290 I-88 interchange in western suburbs of Chicago. And if you know that area, you go right past the what are they called?
I don't know.
Their giant hole in the
Rock
ground.
quarry.
The rock quarry.
Yes.
And then you go a little further, and it's right there. I know
That
exactly
water's
where this
always
is.
so blue.
It's so blue.
It's weird.
Bada bee. You know what that turned that rock quarry into, don't you?
No.
They're turning that into a floodwater wastewater management.
Okay.
So right now, when it rains in Chicago and the wastewater or the rainwater overflows the wastewater, it goes into the sewer. Yeah.
Now it's going to go into the pit.
And then all the sewer goes into the rivers untreated.
Oh,
Well, it happens all over the world.
Yeah.
so it's going to
So-
go into this pit
So
untreated.
now they're going to take that rainwater and they're piping it into the pit so it doesn't overflow the sewer system.
Oh, it's just going to be
Yes.
rainwater.
So
Whoosh.
I know, but
I think it should also be
Yep.
like most conversations on a CB radio ever intersection.
we had a team.
I think that's what it should read.
We had a really bad incident when Eric and I had the company for only a couple of years. One of our teams was in that area, and traffic came to a stop, and he got hit, rear-ended, and it knocked one of the drivers to the ground, broke his back. It was a big to-do, and he's fine. He lived, and he's now retired and having a great time, and they were able to sue the pants off the truck that hit him, and everything was fine. But it was like, holy cow! Like that was our eye-opening experience to like. You got to be careful when you're out there. And Chicago's one place where you don't walk around your truck, or not walk around your truck. He wouldn't, but you be sure you're buckled into your seat or you're buckled into your bed because it can be really, really dangerous area. But apparently, it used to be. I want to say New Jersey. I think is what they used to have it as. Which I'm like, I get. Okay, so it was I-95. At SR4 in Fort Lee, New Jersey. I don't know where that's at. I'm not.
I feel like FedEx runs more up that way than we do.
95 was just a show regardless.
Right.
I'm surprised. To me,
She did a can, did she?
to me, the worst freight bottleneck to me is going to be. I know we joke about Atlanta and we joke about Baton Rouge and some of these other places.
Katy, Texas.
I'm telling you right now, the Bronx Expressway.
Expui?
That I don't see how that doesn't win every year, all the time, no matter what. Have you ever gone through there above Idle?
Idle.
I'm serious though. I mean, like that stretch, and it's not long. It's just a few miles, but it's an hour every single time. Do you know? Did y'all do that much with Panther? I know it's not really a big section for y'all,
really
but
No.
It's a cool drive. You drive under a skyscraper.
We did like New Jersey, but we swung out. We swung out wide, and we usually come across the GW.
Oh, that's what this is. So it's GW. As soon as you cross from New Jersey into New York on the GW,
Okay.
You're on the Cross Bronx Expressway.
Okay, so we've done that.
Okay, and it's like it's a narrow cut.
It is short ceiling.
Short ceilings, and they're mostly there.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden you're in a section where it's like 35 feet or 50 foot tall roof, that's when you're under the skyscraper.
Oh.
And people live above you.
Oh, who
That's
knew?
an apartment complex. Can you imagine your apartment complex is over I-95?
That was kind of a janky.
Mm.
It was janky. However, I got to tell you, the whole Chicago wrap around the lake, Gary, Indiana, up into Ohio, that whole, where is it? I-80, I-90, they
combine.
They're copacetic for a while.
Yeah, combined right there.
That's a show.
That's the show.
So for this to be the new one does not surprise me. But again, if you were to listen to your CB radio, should you have one, there's banter the entire duration of that.
I never did that, but now I want to go jump in a truck and go banter. Did you do that, Jerry? You're old.
I hated the CB.
Nobody ever did the speed limit.
You couldn't. It was
Speed
impossible.
limit was 55 though, or 65 or 60. It was very slow.
Yeah.
Slow for what truck drivers were doing in that left lane or the left lanes. I don't know.
Oh, that's
it was crazy. And then they're all like butt to nose.
Yeah.
For 100 miles or whatever that little strip is, 50 miles around the lake. It was my least, that and the I-55.
So I like that drive. I love, because we went to Minneapolis quite a bit.
Sure.
With FedEx. That was a hot lane for us. So Chicago, Minneapolis, up through all that. I know all that really well. Driving to the Dells. It's a beautiful drive. I used to really look forward to, you pop into Chicago and you go straight up. Is it 94 that brings you right like next to the Sears Tower?
Oh,
I think it's 94.
You're going
It's
deep
been
into
too it's
town.
it's been too long since I've done it, but it is beautiful. You've got those old bridges, those old wrought iron bridges. You've got the entire Chicago downtown. It's just gorgeous.
Chicago's an awesome little town.
It really is. It's a cute little city, and it's so funny too how the interstate absolutely divided the city. Because to your right, it's all skyscrapers. To your left, it's nothing. Like it's
we didn't do that very often. I think it was a flyover state.
yeah.
I say flyover, meaning airplane, but it was a pass through. Unless you were truly delivering
Well,
in Chicago,
Yeah.
which didn't happen very often, or
It's-
pick up. But usually you were passing through to go
Yeah.
west.
Well, and it's not on the 80. It's pretty far north.
Yeah.
So you have to actually drive like from the time you leave the 80 or the 90. Maybe it's 90 that goes up through there. Whenever you leave the 80 and you go north, it's a pretty good little hike before you get to Chicago. But then once you get there, it's really cool. Slow traffic hour. Oh, that's when you put your podcast on, your music on,
Mm-hmm.
and you remember you're not being paid by the hour. And this is just
Or by the mile.
hour by the mile. Yeah, it just is what it is. And get through it. Certain cities, to me, have that magic, and Chicago's one of them. Driving past Chicago, or at night, 2:00 in the morning, the city's got all the twinkly lights, and you can actually go 50 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour, whatever it is to there.
Right.
New York City, when you're on 95 and you're going up through
Atlantic City's over there.
yeah, Atlantic City's
All
over
of
there,
them.
but you're going through New Jersey up the Hudson River or whatever. On your right side, you see downtown New York City, and during Christmas, the Empire State Building's lit up in green and red, and like that's magic to me. I know one of my favorites is going from Florence, y'all, up into Cincinnati.
Yeah,
It's breathtaking, and it's an immediate reveal.
it is.
You come across a hill, and it's like, ta-da!
It is.
I love skylines.
Yeah.
The city skylines. Like when we were
I feel
driving
like
to
Nashville does
California, I'd
that.
be like,
Vegas does
Yeah.
that. Vegas, Vegas doesn't do it like it used to
No,
because
but if you're coming in a certain way, it does.
so if you were coming up from Hoover Dam back in the day, Vegas did that. You went up and around, and boom, it's
Yes.
all of Vegas. It's not that way anymore because they built an interstate, and the new interstate bypasses all that. So now it's more of a gradual. It's not as dramatic as it used to be.
Charlotte, North Carolina is one of those. I know it's a smaller city,
Oh, the Queen City, yeah.
but it's still, you pop up, I think it's a north to south direction. And there was a city, and all of their tops of their skyscrapers, taller buildings, they weren't really skyscrapers, were all the same color though.
Yeah.
I think that was always my favorite. Katy, Texas. You pop into Katy, Texas, and their bridges and their overpasses and their tops of their towers of their big buildings, all the same color for that duration. And we're talking the I-10, nothing fancy. But their light scheme was on point. Like everybody's doing the same thing. I think that's pretty cool that a city comes together to do the same thing. You don't remember Katy?
So we did. So I remember
Usually
Katie.
it was blue.
Okay, so I know Katie very, very well. One of the worst accidents I ever got in my life was in Katy on the Katy Freeway. I shut the interstate down.
Oh,
America, and and that's a wide interstate to shut down.
what is it,
For a
like 12 lanes wide?
It was a jackknifed 18-wheeler. So the 18-wheeler hit me, and he jackknifed. I was in a personal car. I was 19 years old.
Wow.
And he hit me, and then he slammed his brakes, locked his brakes up, and he went completely, like, not quite like 80 degrees across the interstate. It shut the whole thing down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. I drove the car home. Yeah. Bananas. But anyways, so yeah, I know Katie very, very well. But I just don't remember being a place we drove through a lot. Eric, do you remember Katie being somewhere we went a lot?
The whole 10.
Not very rare.
We didn't
So-
go to Texas
we
much
did-
at all.
So Panther
So
does,
no.
Dallas
like
quite a
you were
bit.
talking.
We did FedEx, and FedEx was more of a northern area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
above
Dallas,
10 and 20.
and we did Dallas a lot.
sure.
I was going to say, you were talking about your colors on top of the buildings. Fort Worth
Yes.
They do.
Yeah, Fort Worth.
Soft white.
Yeah.
And Dallas has the big green tower, the building that's
The ball.
it's all no, not the ball, but the other one that's all green, like up and down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do agree. Cityscapes. Hey, as a day driver, did your cityscapes bring awe when you popped up over the hill?
No,
Yeah, you missed out on that.
sorry.
And well, no, you're sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Eric and I, have talked about this. So when we first started driving, I was a night driver. He was a day driver, and so I got all the cityscapes. I got all the pretty lights, all that stuff.
Mhm.
Eric got windmills. So when I was driving through the middle of the night, you would see the flashing red in the distance.
That's it.
But that's all you could see.
Always felt
I remember
alien-like.
the first time I ever saw, like, oh my gosh, a windmill was outside of Chicago. When you know what I'm talking about? When you're on the
Yep.
ID, you're coming into Chicago. On the right hand side is two giant windmills. Then they're all lit up at night. It's very rare. There's not any that are like that. And I remember seeing that and being like, oh my gosh. I turned around. I woke Eric up. We went back and drove by it. And Eric's like, oh yeah, I see it all the time. And I'm like, what? He's like, I see him all the time. And I'm like, really? So later on in our as the company grew, I had to be awake more during the day, and he had to be. So we had kind of split our driving up, and so he started driving more nights. I started driving more days, just the way we split our hours up. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh, there's windmills everywhere,
There's-
everywhere.
We definitely see different things.
Yes, yeah,
The shifts. Yeah.
absolutely. So I that was my favorite part of our driving was when we did have the split shifts of getting a little day and a little night in each shift
Sure.
to be able to just see the country. It's a beautiful country. That's one of my favorite things about driving is just it's such a freaking beautiful country.
Yeah, everybody does something different.
Nevada's amazing, and Nevada is totally different than the deserts of Arizona, which is totally different than the deserts of
New
Utah.
Mexico.
And New Mexico or Utah, and you're like, well, how can they be different? It's all they are, and they're distinctly they're distinct. So you actually do get a chance to see, I can kind of see why there's a state line here, because the terrain does literally change.
Yeah.
Especially going between New Mexico and Arizona.
Yes. Now the
That's
argument.
it's one place where the landscape changes, like right at the line.
Right at the line. You immediately are into that giant not canyon, but whatever, and it's got the caves and the Native American stuff on the walls and stuff. Yeah, it's very cool.
I just think the United
Kansas-
States is cool.
Kansas and Colorado buck that trend.
Do tell.
I-70
Little
from Kansas into Colorado. Boy, if you miss the sign,
Yeah,
you won't
You don't
know.
you're there.
Unless your GPS says, "Welcome to Colorado."
Yes.
Colorado. That's what it's called.
That
Is
is-
that what yours said?
Yes,
Florida?
Garmin, Colorado.
I'm just saying, I don't know what Colorado did to convince America to give them a section of Kansas, but that is not Colorado. It is.
Is that flatland leading up to the Rockies? That section between Denver and wherever it goes out to Colorado
Oh, it's
or
like,
Kansas.
It's like 180 miles.
Yeah,
It's a
is.
long
Colorado
time.
needed it so they could actually draw the line.
I think they needed just.
I draw
just so
the
they could-
line
I
here.
can't drive on this mountain. Give me some flat land.
I
to
know,
draw
right?
it on.
They needed it for agriculture because they're like, we can't grow wheat in the mountains, so we need this land to protect ourselves. They didn't realize, oh no, we get it from everybody. But
Yeah, that's right.
it's no, it's crazy, but I don't know. It's a favorite part of the job, seeing the
I feel like
scenery.
Kansas is that way though. Going in any direction.
Yeah.
It just kind of goes out to a different state that looks similar.
Very
I feel like Kansas kind of get gypped.
Well, I don't know. Kansas to Missouri, you immediately go from flatlands, not cornfields, wheat fields,
Yeah.
Mhm.
into rolling hills of Missouri. It's to me, as soon as you
There's
cross
a
that line,
difference.
there's a difference.
See, all the states around it did not agree with each other, so they created Kansas to have border
Borders.
between everybody, so they wouldn't fight.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Meanwhile, Kansas gets all of the wheat. They get
Yeah.
billions of dollars a year from
Yeah,
the
they
wheat.
were like, "This works for us.
This works for us. We'll take it. We'll take it. You know what we're going to do? We have two major crops. We're going to do wheat and we're going to do airplanes. And that's it. And the world's like, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You know what else you get? Tornadoes.
Always."
Fires. Is that what I saw
Did it-
yesterday?
They get fires?
Maybe it was Oklahoma.
Well, there is fire watch.
I saw a big fire
background
coming towards the
Kansas
town.
fire.
I think it might have been Oklahoma.
You saw a big fire coming close to town?
Well, I saw fire
Well, you should
warning.
have called us.
Well, we don't live in the state of Oklahoma. I'll have to do more research on that, but I did see some fires happening,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
It's been a very dry winter. Not for us.
No, for
but
the
for
the West.
The West, yeah.
The West.
Oh man! Well, I tell you what, it's been a really good time hanging out with y'all. I appreciate the opportunity, and it's been. I hope it's been pleasure, not pleasurable. That's a weird way of saying
Enjoyable?
it. I hope it's been enjoyable for our listening audience. If there's anything you would like us to talk about, cover, news stories you're curious about, please drop us a line. You can shoot us an email at theouterbeltpodcast@gmail.com. It's theouterbeltpodcast@gmail.com. You can drop us a comment if you're watching this video on YouTube. You can actually, what I'd love to know is what's your favorite thing? Is it cityscapes? Is it the natural terrain? What do you enjoy seeing across America? Let us know in the comments. And if you're listening to us on a podcast or somewhere else, please give us a review. As long as it's good, let other people know that you listen to us. We just really want to help you get, an hour or two down the road in some form of entertainment. And Jerry, what have I missed?
If you're interested in Hyfield Trucking and all that we have to offer, visit us at hyfieldtrucking.com. You can also chat live with a recruiting agent, and they'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also reach out to recruiting at 833-HYFIELD. That's 833-493-4353, option 1, and they'd be happy to talk to you and answer any questions you may have. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button as well as the subscribe button. It really does help us out with the algorithm and kind of pushes us out there to more people across the YouTube world.
Secret agent recruiter. Secret.
We gotta get those shirts made.
recruiter. Hey, I want to do a shout out to Highviz Trucker on Instagram. And yep, shouting out to you. Woo-wee. I know you watch us or listen to us at least, and I want to see some video content ideas come from you. So I'm calling you out. I know you've got some out there. You want to know our opinions? Hit us up.
And we have opinions.
We do. You know
Arby's-
I do. We do. You listen to us, so you know we do.
I like to say Arby's has the meat. We have the opinions.
Yep. So calling you out. Put some show notes, comment, whatever. Bring up some kind of a topic, and we'll give you all of our nosy opinions.
Nosy opinion. Not nosy opinions, just opinions.
All right, fine.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Until we see you again, stay safe, make good decisions.
Don't leave money on the table.
And keep those wheels a turning.
Bye.
That sounds like a good plan. Good night.